My name is Brandon Beck, and I'm coming to you today in association with Southwind Drum and Bugle Corps. I'm on the percussion staff. I'm one of the tenor techs, and today we're going to be talking about matched grip. Now, matched grip is definitely an important grip for all percussionists to know. It's typically the one that you learn first when you're first starting to play percussion. Oftentimes we talk about other grips. There's obviously traditional grip for a marching snare drum or stuff like that. But today we're just focused on matched grip. The biggest thing for me with matched grip is making sure that both of your hands match, which of course is an important part of this grip. So let's kind of talk about how we build it. So what I often do with my students is I'll have them hold out their dominant hand flat up like this. I'm right-handed, so I'll use my right hand. If you're left-handed, you can use your left, okay? So we take the hand, it's facing flat up like this. Then we take the stick. I'm gonna lay it in between my thumb and my index finger, all right? Now notice, in the back, I'm leaving just a very small amount, okay? And we're not super worried about that just yet, but just kind of pay attention to it, okay? Next, what I want you to do is I want to take your thumb and place it flat on the stick like this, and then take that index finger and wrap it around, okay? So you should have something that looks similar to this. Now notice the stick is sitting in the palm of my hand. I don't have it angled towards my fingers or vice versa, out to the outside of my hand like this. I have it leaning inside my palm, okay? Then all I'm gonna do is take my other fingers and wrap it around like so. Now this part is important to understand that everyone has different sized hands, okay? I typically have bigger hands, and so a lot of people will tell me that my fingers wrap around a little bit more than theirs do, and that's totally okay. With different hand sizes, you'll get different approaches like that, okay? When we flip it over, it should look something like this, okay? Now what we do want to check is make sure that the stick isn't out in our fingers like this. Notice when I push the stick up here that my palm is exposed, and if I flip my hand over, I make this kind of weird claw looking thing with my hand. We don't want that. We want the stick to be wrapped in the palm of your hand, okay? Now notice before it was sitting here. That's not what we're going for. What we're gonna do is we're gonna push it out just a little bit, but it's still inside the palm of my hand, so that when I tilt my hand over, it's sitting inside the hand. Again, with different hand sizes, you'll notice, for me, I've got a little bit of space right here. Some people will not have space. Their thumb will take up that space. Some people will wrap it around a little harder. All of those things are fine as long as the grip is comfortable. We want to make sure we stay away from any kind of tension or any kind of stress inside the muscles in the hand and in the arms, and of course make sure we're focused on that. After completing that same thing in the other hand, you should get a grip that looks very similar between the two hands. When you put your hands together, if you'll notice, my hands are pretty close to the same on each side, and we're nice and relaxed, okay? Now one of the other main things you want to look out for is, depending on which fulcrum you're using, whether it be the index finger and the thumb, the middle finger and the thumb, or the hybrid where you're using the 3, you do want to make sure that that fulcrum is created evenly in the hand. What I mean by that is that you want to make sure that that pivot point is accessible depending on which fulcrum you're using. If it's index and thumb, you can take your other fingers off and the stick pivots. If it's middle finger and thumb, the stick has to pivot. If it's the 3-finger hybrid fulcrum with, if I can make my ring finger and pinky even, there's still a pivot point in there. So the fulcrum is still important. So continue to focus on that, making sure your hands match each other and that you're nice and relaxed with this grip. Having the flat thumbs is very, very important. All right, guys, thank you so much for checking out today's video. If you have any questions about the 2021 season with Southwind, please visit our website at southwind.org. If you have any questions for me or are interested in maybe taking some online lessons, feel free to visit me at my website at beckpercussion.com. Thanks again. Talk to you soon.